You know you love it. It's the Enchanted Forest Vine from last season. Well, we know you love it too because it's one of our top sellers. It was right up there in the top 10, and it's something that you guys have reordered since last season. So that is something that has a lot of visual appeal. It's kind of funky. It's got those little green leaves on the twiggy little parts. They're all shapeable, and they've been very inspiring for many of our designers. And so what we did this season is a little bit different. We decided we're going to expand on the Enchanted Forest Vine, and we're going to bring you some new sprays. And so here I am at the botanical wall for Melrose in the home and garden room, and I want you to see these because this is the only place where they're all gathered together. But look at this spray that's new. This is 92396, and it's covered with moss. So again, very movable, very wicked and crazy, but this is one of the new ones that you can design with. This one I really like. They've done this in beachfront, and you wouldn't think beachfront they'd be able to pull this off, but they did. And they've got these little pieces of moss right on the little pieces of the twig. So that has a totally different look. That one is 92643. But then, if that's not enough and you want a little bit of this little blue and gray color, I call that lichen. I don't really know if it's a lichen or what that is growing on there, or supposed to be looking like growing, but that's 92597. And then I thought, well, those have to be my favorites. But then I found these little knotted up, and look how they're knotted on these little branches all the way up through here, all these little twigs. They've got some really unique visual appeal knots inside of those, and that's 92627 for the grayer tone and 92628 for the rose tone. Two more pieces over here that are new that you've just got to see. This one has its bird nest, so if you're doing that enchanted and you're using the fern and you want it to kind of mix together there, this one comes together for an entire piece. Now for perceived value for your customers, a lot of bang for your buck, lots of little things on a spray. That's the one you're going to look for, 92818. And my final little fun one that I like because it's a little bit smaller than the other one I showed you is 92435, and it's little. Look how little this little spray is, but it's a lot of little tendrils that are coming out. So if you're doing some smaller vases and putting that together with some dried foliage, this one's going to be perfect. A lot of new sprays that are twigs with moss and a little bit of character, a little bit enchanted, and they're inspired from the foliage vine.